Hey, and welcome back to another episode of the Sly Cooper.
Okay, partner,
Um,
this is it. A
we're-
trip to Clockwerk's lair.
We're gonna be going to Clockwerk's place. If I remember correctly, this one is just one big like boss fight, so I don't know if it's gonna be this one video or like more than one, so we'll see.
I began to notice something. In the 4 parts of the Thievius Raccoonus recovered so far, several of the pictures depict a shadowy owl-like figure, which looks very similar to the police images of the mysterious Clockwerk. Is this a strange coincidence?
What?
Or is there something I'm missing?
Very, very interesting. The cold heart of hate. So this may just be, you know, one episode, and then I grab that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus, or...
Hey, Sly! The road to Clockwerk's fortress is blocked! Do me a favor and shoot out that lock for me, would you, pal?
Or this might be, you know,
Whoa,
multiple episodes, we'll see. I just remember this being like a one battle kind of deal. Like the control stick is inverted.
Bingo.
Bingo.
My scanners indicate the Clockwerk is holed up in that owl-shaped tower.
First things first, we've got hostile robo-falcons at 12 o'clock, Sly.
Robo Falcons, like Tommy's Megazord in the Power Rangers movie. I used to have the... I didn't have the Power Rangers movie. I didn't have the Power Rangers, the movie Megazord. But I did have, like, Tommy's Falcon Zord. And that one was, it was really cool, dude. Like, I wish I still had it for nothing more than just, like, to put it on display, because it was pretty rad. I haven't watched the Power Rangers movie in a long, long time, but the one thing I do remember is that Ivan Ooze is one of the best bad guys that ever existed. Even though he does the same thing, has the same problem that every villain does, and that's underestimate the heroes and just not do anything to actually, like, you know, defeat his enemies before they actually win and stuff. Can I change that inversion? Okay, that should help a lot. I don't like inverted controls. Not really helping me shoot left and right, though. Yeah, like Ivan Ooze, I don't know how the actor who played as Ivan Ooze felt about it, but like he looked like he was just having a great time. What are these, Nerf darts? Come on now. There we go.
That's no tower.
That's no tower. Is it Adam Savage?
Take out those rocks or we're in trouble.
Hit that one just in case.
Heads up, the robo-falcons are back.
Come on, there we go. Try and destroy as many out in the distance as I can, because I kind of feel like they're going to throw multiple stuff at me like this. Alright, cool. Don't think they have much more of this area to go.
We're getting swarmed.
No kidding. Guess this is what happens when you drive right into the enemy's lair, right? Cool.
Nice shooting, Sly!
Thanks.
Looks like we're in the clear.
Murray, that cave doesn't look tall enough for the turret to make it all the way through.
We've got to get through that security door on the far side of the cavern. The only way to unlock it is to analyze at least 60 of those hanging computers.
Would have been easy to get at them if Murray hadn't thrashed our new turret.
Yeah, won't be a problem. I can hack the computer's connection coupling so they'll fall to the ground. Then, Murray will have to run over them with the van.
Okay, and Murray, remember to use our new battering ram by hitting the square button if anyone tries to keep you from those computers.
Murray, there are only 119 computers up there, and these fire slugs seem intent on getting to them before us. The first one to 60 computers wins.
Get out of here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they had to, like, do something to make this more challenging, I guess. Kind of seems weird that it's like, drive into it so I can hack it. It's like, huh? I don't think that's how that works, dude. We've got a little bit of a lead on them. Don't know how long it's going to last at this rate. I think as long as I'm diligent. As long as I'm diligent, should be fine. Hope I didn't speak too soon. Just need 2 more.
Those fire slugs are beating you to the computers. You'll never get to them all at this rate.
Bentley,
Use the battery ram to knock the fire.
I only need 1 more. Like, why does it matter? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? So there were 130. Murray. Oh, 119. Even though there was clearly more than that. At least I know this time around to knock them back into the lava instead of just hitting them once, you know? Back off me, creep. Creep. Dead or alive. These computers are coming with me, creep. I haven't played it, but like I really want to play the RoboCop game. Like unofficial RoboCop 4, I guess. Or a what if like I think part 2 supposedly has happened in the context of the game. I never saw part 3 because it was kind of like, oh wow, like RoboCop with a little like buddy kid movie. It's one of those things where it's kind of baffling how they kind of sold, you know, like RoboCop 1 and RoboCop 2 is clearly not made for kids, right? And yet it was popular with kids because, you know, it was a movie that wasn't treating kids like kids because it wasn't made for them. Grab it. There we go. And then it's kind of like, by the time the third one comes out, it's like, oh, let's give him like a kid.
Past them is the control room to Clockwerk's Death Ray Tower. I think it's time for some Cooper thieving and sabotage. Don't you think, Sly?
It's like, you know, oh, we gotta give him like a kid sidekick. By the way, I wasn't driving there. We gotta give him like a kid sidekick to make it more kid friendly, and it's like, why?
Careful, Sly. Those tiles are booby trapped. You better get out of there.
Hold on. That's Carmelita. She looks trapped.
Serves that cop right. She's been dogging us from the start.
It's just a
She's
misunderstanding.
doing her job.
We've got to free her.
Are you crazy, Sly? Clockwerk probably stuck her there to trap you.
But if I don't do anything, Carmelita's doomed. Besides, stealing just won't be any fun without her.
Sly, your ridiculous raccoon logic sends shivers up my shell. But if you're determined to go through with this, that barrel will undoubtedly help, though I have no idea how you'll get up there.
Dude, a spire jump here, a rail slide there. I've done this a million times.
Anyway, it's kind of like when they tried to make Rambo kid friendly and gave him like a cartoon show. They gave RoboCop a cartoon show also. And it's like, the reason why like kids and like younger teens who are probably not old enough to really watch this enjoy this is because it's not made for them, and it's not, you know, pandering to them or anything. So it just kind of baffles me like when that happens, and it's like, oh, let's try to pander to kids and let's try to please the adults of these kids who... Well, this is a predicament. Let's try and pander to these kids, or the parents of these kids, who, you know, movie wasn't made for them, and it wasn't like, they're not really supposed to be watching it, and it's really up to their parents to either let them watch it or not. And because some parents got mad because a movie that wasn't made for their kids appeals to their kids, it's somehow the fault of the people who made the movie, even though it was not rated for their kid to watch. And it's not rated for their kid to watch, and yet like their kid watched it anyway and liked it, and then the parent is outraged when it's like, damn it. Oh, okay, cool. It's like the parent is outraged because the kid watched it and liked it and stuff, and it's like, well, it wasn't made for you guys. It wasn't made for them anyway.
Sly Cooper. I should have known you were behind this.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue you.
You sentimental fool. Empathy has always been the downfall of the Cooper clan.
I knew this was a trap. Looks like I'm going to have to do some fast and furious hacking to shut down that gas before Sly's brain is turned to cheese.
This really is in this game, isn't it?
Haven't had to do this in a while. Okay.
We haven't done this at all.
Left analog stick to steer and the right analog stick to unleash my hacker code. Those green data packets need to be destroyed if I'm going to get at the yellow security code.
It's basically Asteroid.
Uh-oh. Well, looks like I triggered one of Clockwerk's security algorithms. Stay sharp, Bentley.
I guess I can't touch anything. I think you have to do this a few times in the sequel.
Level 3!
3 of 13? Oh my god. I hope the one hit I have left is enough. Clearly it wasn't. Let's try that again. Try not to get hit anymore by these asteroids.
Level 2!
Level 2! Well, if they all go up by 1, every time. And does that technically mean that, like, you know, I won't have to do this, but like, what, 5, maybe 6 times? 5, 6 levels or so? Ah, damn it. I guess that shuriken is a one-hit kill then, huh? Run right into it. This is that mathletes thing from Ichima-san all over again. Maybe that's why I hated that so much, is it was like, kind of reminded me of this a little bit. Although it also was kind of BS. Anyone who watched Ichima-san will probably know why. It was kind of BS. Gotta play a little dangerously here. I think the... I was about to say, I think the longer this goes on, the more likely I'm gonna get hit by a shuriken. At least I'm not losing any lives.
Level 2.
I just need to grab those security, like, locks or the keys. Because then everything... man. Everything disappears. Of course, I gotta take a hit before that happens, huh?
Level 3.
Gotta try and not shoot those because I knocked them away. Gotta know when to get out of there, you know? It's not like it gets destroyed. I can just work my way around. You know, gotta prioritize not taking a hit. Level 4. Immediately take a hit. That wasn't my fault though. That thing literally spawned on top of me, so... Watch out for the shurikens. We got ninja birds over here. The birds from Ninja Gaiden learned a thing or two. Ah, damn it. I only had 2 more. Level 4. But I got like infinite continues just simply because like I'm not losing lives. I just don't want to get stuck on this because that's going to be annoying. I just wish there was a way to take out the bird. Okay.
Level 3.
Not doing too bad now this time around. I say that and I'm about to get wiped out. Watch it. It was just 1 hit. It's not a big deal. Got it.
Level 4.
Okay. So gotta take it easy. Take it easy, I said. Don't need to do any of this fancy footwork. Okay, 1 more. There it is. Did it.
I'm the best. No code can stand before me.
Take that, you code. I spent the whole game breaking paper codes. Now I'm breaking electronic codes.
Break me out of this force field by smashing its base, and I'll make it up to you somehow.
I can think of a way you can make it up for me by getting rid of my criminal code, like,
I've hunted you for years,
file.
tried to throw you behind bars, but when you get a chance to leave me in a cage, you set me free. Why?
Carmelita. We may be on opposite sides of the law, but you're not my enemy. Now, the homicidal robotic owl that built this death ray and nearly gassed us to death, that guy's on my list.
I see your point. All right. Until Clockwerk and his evil schemes are destroyed, I suggest we work together.
Together.
The bubbling of that lava is making me sick.
Huh, wait. I need that cane. It's been in my family for generations.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I'll cover you while you get it back. If you can, make your way to the top of the death ray. I stashed my jetpack there before Clockwerk nabbed me.
This is basically the Murray level, but being Carmelita.
Once we
I
beat
think.
Clockwerk, I'm coming after you.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll give you a 10-second head start.
Yeah, this is basically the Murray level, but like, you know. Oh, I shot that guy. But Sly moves way faster than Murray ever did. And of course, I guess to make up for it, these lava guys move 10 times faster too. I was waiting for an enemy to show up. Should be it, right? Cool.
Nice
And
job, Raccoon.
then I think it's like literally the final fight.
There's Carmelita's jetpack right where she said it would be. The magnetronic support field for the death ray got destroyed as you were making a run for your cane. You'd better hurry. This whole thing is about to fall apart.
I'm on it.
This kind of reminds me of the Sonic Adventure 2 level when you're in space. And you've got to like ride all those like whatchamacallit.
Sinking fast. Climb, Sly, climb.
You gotta ride all of the grind, all of the rails and stuff.
Smash through those gears with your cane. You've got to keep moving.
I call shenanigans on that one. I jumped and hit the circle button. Alright. Sly, you're not gonna survive doing that. This is not a hot spring, this is a lava well. Alright. I don't know why that worked every other time, but now all of a sudden it wasn't going to work. This also kind of reminds me of Psychonauts for some reason. That's a fun game. I'm going to play it eventually. Yes, we're going to do that and we're going to do it again. I don't even know why there's even lives at this point because like it's almost I have like unlimited continues, so the game doesn't end unless I make it end. I don't know why it worked that time, but not all the other times it failed. Oh, we gotta jump and do it this time. I don't think the game ever required me to do that. So, like, I just realized as I was looking at that it was like I had to jump and onto those points and not, like, you know. This part's not that bad, so it's just a, you know, race to the finish. Well, I say that, but then I totally get, you know, fried. It's not bad though. It's literally just, if you know what's coming, you know, you can react. And then it's just race to the finish. Of course, if Sly keeps jumping on the hook you were trying to jump off of, that doesn't help. Alright, so far so good. Just gotta keep from, like, biffing it. Why did you jump on the one that was down there, Sly? Oh my god. Sly is... So Sly didn't jump on the one that was at the top that you're supposed to jump on. He, for some reason, honed in on the one that was, you know, on the bottom. So I don't really consider that my fault, because it was the game deciding to go to the wrong one. That one was kind of my fault, though. What the hell, Sly? Why didn't you jump on the rail? Okay. This is still better than the Ms. Ruby fight. I'd rather do this 100 times before I'd have to do the Ms. Ruby fight again. Sly? I hate it when the circle button fails. When you hit the button and you can even hear it make the little swooshing sound. But, like, the game just decides that, like, it's not gonna work for some reason. And of course, this isn't really just a problem with Sly Cooper. This is a problem in, like, any game where the game just decides it's not gonna work all of a sudden, or, like, it's not gonna, like, you know. I think I'm going a lot faster than I was at the last time I was here. I can kind of take my time now. So I think the... Take a moment of silence for that, because I was totally screwed out of it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, that's just something that happens in, like, a lot of games, even, like, games that are still coming out in 2025. Or for some reason there's, like, a weird something going on with the programming that makes it where it's like the button combination or the button inputs don't register properly, or the character auto aims onto the wrong thing or something like that and really messes you up. That doesn't stop it from being frustrating when it happens. But that's, I don't know, just I guess it's just something that's in the programming that ends up like making it not do the thing it needs to do. Alright, we can go slow this time because the lava's not on our ass. There we go. A strange reunion. Me and this jetpack.
Okay, that jetpack is easy to fly. Use the left analog stick to aim and steer, and press the square button to fire its rockets.
Is he supposed to be looking at the screen?
Sly, behind you!
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thievius Raccoonus. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting a day when I would finally eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
Sly! My missiles don't hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps I create!
You have missiles?
My skills are superior. You cannot escape me, Cooper Raccoon.
So I guess she just means like her laser beams being missiles, because I'm like, that's not a missile. I mean, I guess technically in the sense it is a missile, but you know, like most people think of ballistics like ballistic missiles. They don't think of like magic missile or anything.
My experience is greater.
Nice shooting, Sly! You got him! Wow, that's one tough owl.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thievius Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper. It ends here.
Are those fans? What are those?
Like I finished your father. Then the Cooper line will be erased, and the only master thief will be Clockwerk. You're the weakest Cooper I've yet encountered.
Okay, why aren't you... Oh, why is this... Has this been inverted the whole time? Might as well just do that too, why not? Alright, back, you know, second verse, same as the first.
My skills are superior.
Now I don't have a hit. I did have 2 hits, now I don't have any. Can I hit him from this angle? Damn. There we go. That's it. Spiral out of control, out of control. Spinning out of control, out of control. These rings kind of trip me out when they spin like that. It's kind of a little difficult to figure out if you're like in the right spot.
You cannot escape me, Cooper Raccoon.
All right. We got to show Owl that he's not as smart as he thinks he is. With the rest of the 100 Acre Woods crew. You know, I wonder why, like, if it was well known that he was an enemy of the Cooper clan, why did Sly's dad never tell him about
Now's your
Clockwerk?
only chance, Sly! You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto...
I am
You am what?
Blue 7. Flowers. Never. Lava tomb. Feet together. I will live. Redirect energy.
Beat it up. Beat him up.
You will never be rid of me. Clockwerk.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch the last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwerk's claw.
Actually, we still got one more to go.
The Fiendish Five. Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby.
Oh no, he didn't.
And finally Clockwerk. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, yet they stuck with me through it all.
Murray.
Boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends.
Right.
Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwerk's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You ruined it, Raccoon.
I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
And that's when Carmelita was never seen again. Last suspect, Sly Cooper. Can I skip these credits? Well, I guess not. Well, I guess that's Sly Cooper in the Thievius Raccoonus. Like I said, I think it was in the last episode, or was it this episode? I don't remember. I'm going to go back and open that last safe before I end it, because, I mean, it only makes sense to literally get the last page. But if I remember correctly, it's one of those things that they do in video games where it's like, after the game is over, they give you like... After the game is over, then they give you like this ultimate ability that serves no purpose other than to be something that you can do to run back through levels, and it's kind of like, what's the point of that? I guess unless you're doing the time trials, and I have no interest in that. But yeah, like I said, I like this game. I think it's fun. really rough around the edges for me, but like I don't think it's a bad game in any way. I just kind of like get a little frustrated with it sometimes. But because it is the first game in the series, I think it can get away with a lot of stuff that, like, if this was like the third or fourth in the series, it wouldn't be able to. Like I said, I'm just gonna give it some leniency because it is the first in the series. That doesn't really ever pan out to anything.
But the Thievius Raccoonus isn't fully restored. You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing.
I already know what I need.
A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us.
いやー危なかった。ま、カルマリータちゃんには悪いけど、今回も俺様たちの勝ちだ。
By the way, this is also in the actual PS2 version. This anime Sly Cooper, like intro.
俺様の一族は代々伝わる義族の家系。そして受け継がれた技をまとめたのがこのラクーナの秘伝書。その洗練を極めた忍びの技。だがそこには必ず守らなければいけない厳しい掟があった。
I see.
貴族たる者、名誉にかけて狙うは悪党のみ。善人からは奪わない。ところが俺様が秘伝書を受け継ぐことになったより、突然5人のギャングがやってきた。奴らは俺を守ろうとした父ちゃんを、そしてとうとう見つけ出してしまったんだ。大切なラクーナの秘伝書を。
Is that Raleigh's hand?
奴らは俺様の全てを奪いやがった。
Because I think he's the only one. Was he wearing gloves? Yeah, I think he's the only one that was wearing gloves.
そして俺様は一人ぼっち、町の孤児院に入った。だがここで素晴らしい仲間に出会ったんだ。天才発明家、頼れる相棒ベントレー、そしてマーレ。食いしん坊でちょっとドジだが、まあ憎めない弟分さ。仲間と一緒に俺様は父ちゃんの仇を討ち、そして秘伝書を取り返す。クーパーの名前に恥じない義族になれるか、それとも失敗してご先祖の顔に泥を塗るのか。さあ、俺様たちの運命はどっちだ。
And that was the intro movie, like, you know, again, but in a Japanese anime style. So we're just going to go back and grab that one. Really shouldn't take that long. I don't remember if Carmelita even is attacking us the second time around. Kind of hope not, because just being able to go right to it would be nice. Like I said, I like this game. I think it's good. I think it's rough around the edges.
Freeze, raccoon!
Freeze, my heart warms at the very sight of you.
Shut up, Ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in China, but I'm sure.
Can I skip this? No. Like I can. Like I said, it's good and everything. I can forgive a lot of stuff because it's like the first game, but like at the same time, like I'm ready to like put this one to bed. Get the last page and that should be it. I don't remember what it does. I'm pretty sure it's basically like, you know, infinite lives or some stupid stuff. Let's just go. Yeah, every so often when she fires her gun, it just makes this really big, staticky sound in my ear. I don't know if it's, you know, I'm gonna have to listen back on the tape. And by tape, I mean recording. But yeah, every so often there's like a really obnoxious staticky sound that's right in my ear. Still not as annoying as Ms. Ruby's voice though, so I'd rather have the static than like Ms. Ruby talk, because man, was she obnoxious. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. There we go. Come on. Not too much longer, and then this game will be finished. It's kind of sad, but at the same time, I'm kind of okay with it. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I haven't really thought about it. I have something that I'm thinking I might do, but I haven't fully decided if I'm going to commit to that one or not. Usually it depends on if I can think up a thumbnail. Like, unless it's a game that I really, really, really want to play, like Sly Cooper, or all of the ones I've done so far. One of the things that is a determining factor to me is if I can think of like a good thumbnail. If I can't think of a decent thumbnail, then I'm like, maybe it's not the time right now. You know what I mean? Alright, the end goal is in sight.
Press the circle to enter
Press the circle. It kind of annoys me that it just says circle and a circle button.
Burst in my brain while figuring this out. The code had better be 231.
Holy shit, it's 23 is number 1. Oh my god. I was literally thinking about, like, I think I said it earlier, like, when is 23 is number 1 gonna show up? That's in, that is, Ocarina of Time. Before you fight Goma, 23 is number 1.
At long last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book.
So do they add pages to it? 'Cause I'm sure he had to rebind it, which means they probably could have added more pages for him to write on. And then we get the credits again. Because now technically the story is actually done with. It's kind of like I'm a little bit relieved. Like I said, I've enjoyed replaying the game, but there's been like some aspects about it that's been a little nerve-wracking. I'm just kind of like kind of ready for it to be put to rest for now. You know, I don't know when I'm going to play Sly 2. I suppose it's, you know, obviously going to be sometime in the future, but it's like not going to be anytime soon. The only reason I haven't decided just to end the video right now because, you know, it's the same credit sequence over is because I don't know if there's going to be a post credits scene and I don't want to like skip it, you know. So, I mean, the credits were like a couple minutes. It's not a big deal. But, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed replaying through the game. If you watched it, I hope you enjoyed watching it. Like I said, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do next. I don't have an idea of what I want to do for the thumbnail. I do have other thumbnails for other series already thought up, but I don't know if I want to do those right now. So we'll see if what I want to do is going to come up. I'm not going to say what it is, so you won't know either way. But I guess like at the beginning of the next one, I was like, guess what? It worked out. But,
You've done it, Sly! The
Darn
Thievius
tootin'.
Raccoonus is complete! Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary.
no.
Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
I'm fine. I don't need to do that. So, yeah, this is going to be it. I appreciate you watching. If you made it to this point in the video, I really, really appreciate it. And if you watched the whole series, I really, 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 really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.